Brandon Moreno is the perfect example that all UFC fighters don't have the same age during their prime years. The most common ages that everybody says a UFC fighter's prime is 28 to 32. Well, Brandon Moreno is still only 32 years old, even though he's been in the UFC for like over 10 years. But there's 100% a drop-off in Brandon Moreno's fighting ability, and it showed a lot in the Loner Kavanaugh fight. So now with UFC fighters getting into the UFC earlier and earlier in their 20s, the fighters' primes are going to be getting moved back to 26 to 30 because they're taking so much damage while they're younger, fighting in elite level fights that aren't usually happening for most people. Their primes are going to start pulling back. But this worries me about one fighter, and he's fighting this weekend. Max Holloway was in the UFC at like 20 years old, and he's still going. People think he's old, but he's still in his early 30s. I don't know if Max Holloway is going to have a fast drop-off, kind of like Brandon Moreno has, where the amount of damage you've taken over time just degrades your fighting ability. I hope Max Holloway can still keep his prime up because he looked great against Dustin Poirier, but it comes quick, and Brandon Moreno went from top contender to maybe a top 10 gatekeeper at the flyweight division fast.